So let's start this video with the FTX saga. Now, don't tell me you don't know anything about it, because if you are in crypto, you know what's happening with FTX. Let's start with that. Okay, I have, a brief timeline, and I thought that would be interesting to see what happened with FTX, how, but it has the biggest VC firms of the world backing it. Tiger Global, Sequoia. It's just crazy. I mean, this company has some of the best and the biggest crypto, backers, which is like they are also VC firms which back pretty much a very successful companies around the world, and these guys are backing FTX, and FTX is almost dead. I mean, it's catastrophic what has happened with FTX. The first news, the FTX saga. I'll just give you a brief timeline. So let's start with, like I said, it has the biggest backers like Tiger Global and Sequoia. January 31, or before that even. Let's start with whatever the timeline is given in this. So SBF, as the founder of FTX, is called Sam Bankman-Fried. Okay, an ex-Google employee, Gary Wong, founded FTX in May 2019. So it's a little over 3 years now, 3.5 years. May 2019, they found it. I mean, of course, an ex-Google employee, which means a big deal. I mean, they would get a lot of money, of course. The owner and operator of FTX.com cryptocurrency exchange. 900 million funding round, July 2021. FTX valued at 18 billion. Okay, September, FTX signs a sponsorship deal with Mercedes Formula One team. October 2021, we are still in 21. Okay, FTX raised a capital at valuation of 25 billion from investors, including Singapore's, again the biggest one, Temasek and Tiger Global. And January 27 this year, 2022, FTX US arm said it was valued at 8 billion after raising 400 million in its first funding round from investors, including SoftBank and Temasek. January 31, FTX raised 400 million from investors, including SoftBank, at a valuation of 32 billion. June 4, this is where it all started, really crazy stuff. FTX signed a 135 million sponsorship deal for naming rights of Miami Heat's home court. July 1st, FTX signs a deal with an option to buy embattled crypto lender BlockFi. So they were the ones who were rescuing, who were bailing out other companies. Now they are in that bad phase. So they were kind of acquiring BlockFi for up to 240 million. And then July 2022, FTX offered to, partially bail out bankrupt crypto lender Voyager Digital. And so this is just in July. Like, look how soon the tables have turned. July 1st and July 2022. In the month of July, they were bailing out BlockFi, they were bailing out Voyager Digital. August 19, US bank regulator ordered FTX to halt false and misleading claims that it had made about the funds of the company are insured by the government, which is of course a false claim. November 2nd, crypto news website CoinDesk reported a leaked balance sheet that showed that Alameda Research, which is BFM, Bankman-Fried's crypto trading firm, was heavily dependent on FTX native token FTT, and Reuters was unable to verify this report. November 6th, just in 4 days after that report, Binance CEO CZ said his firm would liquidate its holdings of FTT due to unspecified recent revaluations. And November 7th, BFM, Bankman-Fried, said FTX is fine, everything's fine. That meme, which is like everything's burning and like, oh, we're fine, blah blah blah. That's what happened. And he said, the assets are fine. November 8th, Binance said that it was planning to acquire FTX, and of course that deal fell off. Binance decided November 9th against pursuing that non-binding agreement to bail out, so they are not bailing out FTX. November 10th, FTX suspended onboarding of new clients as well as withdrawals until further notice. So it's all very recent. November 10th, the CEO says staff in a memo that he was seeking a capital raising and had held talks with Justin Sun, founder of crypto Tron. Okay. November 10, Reuters reported that Bankman-Fried is seeking to put together a rescue package of 9.4 billion for FTX. November 11, FTX starts voluntary Chapter 11 proceedings of US along with its US units, crypto trading firms, Alameda Research, and nearly 130 other affiliates. And of course, the CEO resigns. November 12, FTX announces that it has detected unauthorized access, and analysis said hundreds of millions of dollars of assets had been moved to the platform in suspicious circumstances. There are speculations about the whereabouts. Oh, so that is the latest update. The CEO is gone. Nobody knows where he is. Okay. Just in 3.5 years, massive funding, massive valuation, and now they're gone. The CEO is missing. That is how crazy crypto is. That is how crazy the market is, and it is just not them. This whole saga that has unfolded. It's like a crazy thing. The world's best backers, biggest VC funding backing them. It has had overreaching, over-impacting effects to the whole crypto market. Bitcoin is down crazy. A lot of blockfi, the firms they were bailing out are gone as well. BlockFi is gonna be maybe not survive this whole crash. So this is the big news. You can follow. The whole internet is full of all the BlockFi related stuff, and everything that is FTX, the FTX saga. Go check it out. I'm not leaving a link because it's all over. It is funny. I've taken 6.5 minutes, almost 7 minutes just covering this, but let's go on to the second big news because this is massive. So the second big news, of course, BlockFi hires a bankruptcy counsel. So BlockFi is going to be dead as well. The signs are there. If you're having money in BlockFi, any crypto, withdraw it before withdrawals get blocked. That's the second big news. I'll very quickly go to the third one. US senators commit to advancing crypto bill despite FTX collapse. Now, of course, there would be a lot of regulations, and governments would be like, oh, we need to regulate this sector because look at what's happened, and look at how crazy the investors are not safe. So they would have a big excuse. Expect a lot of strict regulations from governments coming in, and that is what we have in the India section of the video as well. So that's the top 3 news, all BlockFi saga. I keep saying BlockFi, but FTX saga. Let's go on quickly to the India news. Okay, so what's happening with India, the crypto market, Web3 market in India? Indian crypto exchange giottus says it will provide proof of reserves, and while other biggest players like WazirX, CoinSwitch Kuber, and other ones, CoinDCX, they are all quiet about it. But what is this proof of reserve? So after this FTX collapse, there is this wonderful person who has coined this proof of reserve, and let me get the name of that person who said that Merkle, the Merkle 3 proof of reserves, Merkle tree proof of reserves, named after its inventor Ralph Merkle. Okay, so Mr. Ralph Merkle, who is investor of this Merkle tree proof of reserves, says that crypto exchanges around the world should be disclosing their proof of reserves so that the investors know that they are safe, their assets are safe, their money is safe, their crypto is safe with them because they have certain reserves. And we can avoid certain situations like this FTX saga. The biggest crypto exchanges around the world, Binance and a lot of other ones, KuCoin, Huobi, OKX, a lot of them, Bybit, have separately issued statements that they will publish this report, the Merkle tree proof of reserves. And India has only one, this smaller one, lesser known. It comes in the top 10. So because I don't follow much of India crypto stuff, I don't invest. I have always been very clear about why. But yeah, giottus is one of the top 10. So I never heard of them, but yeah, it's one of the top 10. And they're saying, yeah, we will follow this global practice so that the investors feel that their money is safe, their crypto is safe with us, which is a good sign. And if other companies don't do it, they don't have much time because US Treasury Secretary and Indian Finance Minister discussed crypto regulations. So India is pushing, I've covered this in my previous videos, India is pushing crypto regulations which are kind of worldwide. They are doing that with BRICS and other nations, that hey, we should all have a common crypto regulation for worldwide crypto exchanges or worldwide crypto digital assets, whatever. And now they are doing this with US. So the US Treasury Secretary and Indian Finance Minister discussed crypto regulations, and maybe this is just a sign that the US is also working towards, like, yeah, let's have a global crypto regulation or that, because such FTX Saga thing can be avoided. Good sign, great. India's making progress with this. Let's see when this happens, but yeah, it's a good start. So that's the second biggest Indian news. And the third biggest Indian news is India's ED, Enforcement Directorate, is of course raiding everyone. They have possibly a target that they have to fulfill, that they need certain billions of dollars, and they are now investigating a case of gaming app eNuggets, where they have asked Binance to freeze certain bitcoins, certain accounts which have bitcoins, and that's again in millions or billions. It's 8.4 million. So yes, that's the third biggest news. India is doing a lot of this whole cleaning up of the crypto Web3 stuff, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't stop. The world's biggest venture capitalist firms, who do a lot of crazy due diligence before they invest millions of dollars, are getting fooled. Their decisions are wrong as well. SoftBank, Temasek, Tiger Global. So then governments, I don't know. It is a bad news. It has been crazy bad for the crypto sector, for the Web3 sector, with this, bad news, and with the investors losing out their money, withdrawals being stopped. A lot of crazy stuff is happening around the world. But yeah, if you're in crypto, you probably knew about FTX Saga. It's just absolutely mind-blowing, mind-boggling how quickly the tables can turn here, how quickly the rise and downfall can happen. Be safe, DYOR, do your own research, and yeah, come back next week for more crypto Web3 news. That's it for today. I will see you very soon. Take care.